And that's because the same things that the police officers and the government tries to come down on our communities for, don't snitch, don't snitch, that's the same code that they live by. The biggest gang in America are the police officers, the Fraternal Order of the Police. That's the biggest gang right there because they got the same type of values that the street, where do you think the street gangs got it from?
Lately, there's been this quote going around, and I can't credit the author of this quote, but the quote is, "The biggest crime in America is disrespecting a police officer." I kind of want to get your thoughts on that quote specifically, and you can also share your thoughts on the Sandra Bland case.
I mean, you know, the biggest crime, I'm not going to necessarily say that's the biggest crime we can commit, you know what I'm saying, disrespecting the police officer. I mean, the biggest crime to me is, you know what I'm saying, the lack of respect for humanity by the people who agree to lead us and agree to protect us and the people that are supposed to serve. As a child, 5 or 6, what do you want to be? I want to be a police officer. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a president. They give these type of answers because growing up, you feel like these are the people that help people. And children, when they're young, they're naturally helpers. They're going to help another child. You know what I'm saying? I see it on a daily basis because I work with children. But as you get older, you start realizing, and the answers change because you realize that it may not be the service that I think it is. Now, for the most part, people who provide services, firefighters, the people that are at our hospitals, just anybody in general that's in the community doing a service, they do their service, and it doesn't seem like there's any type of discrimination that's being pushed along with it. But police officers, the reputation changes as you get older, and it's mainly because of the dealings of when you're a child. You realize that being a police officer ain't what I thought it was. I thought I was going to serve and protect my community. I thought I was going to be the hero. I thought I was going to be somebody that other kids in the neighborhood and the people could look up to. I could be an example. And you find out real quick that the morals that you think a police officer should possess, it's not necessarily what the majority of them have in them. Some of them become police officers for the wrong reasons. Some of them deal with past attitudes and behaviors, and they that fuels the drive to be whatever type of cop they're gonna be. Where they're gonna antagonize, bully, be dirty, whatever. It's something in their past that changes that. And so, you know, that is one of the biggest crimes because that's one of the biggest crimes that gets us in danger. I'll say that because of the simple fact that when you don't bow down to a police officer and hold your head down and yes sir, no sir, and don't show any emotion, you know what I'm saying, you just try to get out of the situation, you know what I'm saying, and then you flip it over to being the person that you are, having some pride in yourself, they look at you like you're a threat. You know what I'm saying? We always, growing up, we walked around in this constant state of fear. And that's why, as I got older, I realized that I really wasn't free. I didn't know, I never knew what freedom, I didn't have an idea, I never knew fully what freedom was. Because freedom, to me, is the right to grow, to change, to be able to express yourself, the right to be able to feel a certain way, and people be okay with it. But when you you realize, as a young black man, that we're all just sitting here at a basketball court, in a parking lot, just congregating, fellowshipping, being young black men, not doing anything wrong, talking, joking, laughing, feeling good, loving life, enjoying the company, and to see a squad car ride by, and all of the emotions and the moves change instantly to, okay, y'all, let's get in our cars, or okay, y'all, it's time to move, Okay, y'all be still. They coming over here. They putting the light on us. We're not doing anything wrong, yet we already feel like there's a possibility that some of us could be arrested, some of us could be killed, some of us could be shot at, some of us could be accused of doing something that we aren't doing at all. And it's crazy to be in an atmosphere of innocence, but still feel an assumption of guilt could be with you just because it was the wrong time that you were being black. You were in the wrong place at the wrong time being black. Something that none of us could change. And so, yeah, I get it. When people feel like you can't give attitude to a cop because that might worsen the situation. Just do your best to get out of the situation and be able to go home, see your kids, and see your friends, and see your mom and dad, or whatever. But I'm a human. I got emotions. I have to be able to express myself. And so when a cop comes up and pulls me over for not signaling a lane change and starts some aimless conversation with me when they should be just whatever they pull me over for, write the ticket. Don't ask me about my day. You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to carry a cordial conversation with you when you're stopping the progression of my day? Why would you want to ask me about my emotions when you don't know me and you don't care about me? Why? So why would I want to? Does anybody want to talk to anybody that feels that way? Somebody that is stopping your day. If you're in your car and you're going somewhere, somebody pulls you over, then obviously you're gonna be upset, especially when you feel like you've done nothing wrong. But then you sit there and ask me questions and you antagonize me, and it seems like you purposely irritate me. Did she have to put a cigarette out? No. There's no right. There's no law against smoking. And unless she has some minors and some children in the backseat, yeah. She didn't have anybody with her, so she didn't have to put a cigarette out. What she did was she attacked his ego, and that's not a crime. She attacked his ego. She didn't back down from him. She didn't disrespect him. He was disrespecting her, and then now she has to step out of the car for what? For telling the officer how she felt in an intelligent way. For hurting somebody's feelings on the job. Nah, man. And it pisses me off, man. It pisses me off because that situation should have never happened. She should have never been asked to get out the car. Everything right there should have been handled in the court between her lawyer and whatever that police officer had to say. But he had to take it the extra mile, asking somebody to step out the car. And now there's all type of theories on what she did when the mugshot was taken. I don't know. She looked like she was laying down in the mugshot to me. Why was there a trash bag in her cell? As someone who's been in a holding cell, been in the county cell, why would there be a need for a trash bag in your cell? Why would there be a need for a bag, an industrial trash bag that size? It's not the regular trash. That's like a trash bag you would find at a gymnasium for a basketball game. It's not the house trash can size. That was that big bag. Why was she in the cell alone when there were other cellmates up in there that were like 3 to a cell? Why, even down to the autopsy? Why, when she discovered that she was pronounced dead at like around 9 o'clock in the morning, why didn't they take the noose of the bag off until 3 hours later, around 12:15? We're getting caught in instances where we're just living our lives day to day, and we're finding out more and more to a lot of people, black lives don't matter, and we're seeing that the police officers are going to take it. Police departments will take it upon themselves to cover up whatever their officers are doing before we even get an opportunity to see all the information. And that's it looks like a big cover-up's going on right now because they're lying, videos with loops in them, contradicting autopsy reports, all types of things.
Yeah, it was just an independent investigator that just got fired from his job in Chicago for refusing to pretty much free 6 officers from the shooting and killing of a private citizen or whatnot.
Yeah, and that's because the same things that the police officers and the government tries to come down on our communities for, don't snitch, don't snitch. That's the same code that they live by. The biggest gang in America are the police officers, the Fraternal Order of the Police. That's the biggest gang right there because they got the same type of values that the street. Where do you think the street gangs got it from? The street gangs started to protect the community. So the no snitch code came from the fact that they were trying to police their own communities. And they noticed that's what the police officers did because for so long, so many times the police officers did things that invaded on our lives and our freedoms, and there was no way that we could get it across to anybody that, hey, the people that we pay with our taxes, they're the people that's committing crimes against us, and they have a code just like the streets have a code. So yeah, there's tons of officers every year that get fired for not backing whoever's in their police department along with them. Just like we don't want the secrets to get out of our community, or not secrets, we don't want to help the police. The police don't want other police helping put them in jail. They want to maintain their freedom too. And it's crazy that the codes that they live by are the same codes that they look at us like we're crazy for having. We learned it from somewhere. We ain't just come up with this.